Trade season is finally here. As you guys know, December 15th are when people can start getting traded that recently signed or signed contract extensions. Guys, the first big trade, I guess you can say, Dennis Schroder from the Nets is going to the Golden State Warriors, guys. And I got details. I got my thoughts on each side, but let's get straight into this video. Guys, like I said, Dennis Schroder got traded to the Warriors. Guys, I got trade details here. Warriors get Dennis Schroder and a second-round pick. The Nets get DeAnthony Melton and 3 second-round picks. And guys, I like this trade for both sides, honestly, and we're going to talk about the Nets first. Guys, obviously, Nets are a rebuilding team. They're probably going to start tanking here pretty soon. Obviously, Dennis Schroder got traded. I expect DFS to get traded. I expect Cam Johnson to get traded, obviously, because they're good pieces on a championship contending team, not on the Brooklyn Nets. But guys, they got DeAnthony Melton. Obviously, he's not going to play this season. He has a torn ACL, so he's going to be obviously going through his rehab and stuff like that for the next year or so. And it was like a salary dump, honestly. He only has a 1-year deal that he's getting $12 million. So for the Nets, it's like, you know what? We're going to, just take him, and next year he's going to be off the books. He can go sign wherever he wants. But the most intriguing part for me is the 3 second-round picks. Honestly, 2-3 weeks ago, I seen a report that the Nets thought they could get at least a first-round pick or even 2 first-round picks for Dennis Schroder. To get 3 second-round picks, I guess it's like getting a first-round pick or 2. But that's the only thing I have a problem with this trade with. I think the Brooklyn Nets could have at least got 1 first-round pick for Dennis Schroder, whether it have been from the Warriors or maybe the Lakers. Who knows? But guys, it makes complete sense for the Brooklyn Nets to do this. Like I said, they're playing for nothing. Bruno Fernandes, the coach, is proved that he is going to be a good coach in this league. He was winning games with a very bad team, and they're like, you know what? We got to start trading these guys because they're going for Cooper Flag next year. But it makes complete sense for the Brooklyn Nets to actually make this trade and more trades to come. And I kind of touched on it a few seconds ago about DFS and Cam Johnson. I expect them to go pretty soon, and these guys are going to be worth at least a first-round pick to a contending team, whether it be the Mavericks, whether it be the Memphis Grizzlies, the Lakers. Guys, these type of teams that are kind of right there, playoff contention for the Lakers, or even championship hopes for the Grizzlies and the Mavs. And yes, guys, I do think the Memphis Grizzlies are a very good team, and if they get Cam Johnson, I think they can be a very good team. I mean, they're second in the West right now. I think they can contend for a championship if they add someone like Cam Johnson because their bench is very, very deep. But like I said, I expect those 2 guys to get traded, whether it be for a first-round pick or be for, expiring contracts and second-round picks, first-round picks. I expect these guys to get traded pretty soon before February, and I expect at least a first-round pick for each of these guys. But I think the Brooklyn Nets did a very good job. Got an expiring contract that's going to be off the books next year, opens up salary cap, and they got 3 second-round picks. Like I said, only thing that kind of I didn't like was I think they could have got a first-round pick for Dennis Schroder. But guys, Brooklyn Nets, I think they did a good job with this trade. Obviously, the Warriors get Dennis Schroder, and they get a second-round pick, which is, I think, in 2026, next year. Guys, adding someone like Dennis to this Warriors squad who's kind of went from a 12-man rotation to a 9-man rotation to an 8-man rotation in a few months is kind of worrying. But adding someone like Dennis, who's having probably one of his best years, and I think he's been in the league for almost 11 or 12 years, something like that. Guys, averaging 18 points, 3 rebounds, and 6 assists, shooting 38% from behind the arc. Guys, adding someone like this, not saying it's going to move the needle. This is not going to make the Warriors a complete championship caliber contending team, but I think it's a step in the right direction. And what this move does tell me, I think they're kind of going to still be in the market for another couple pieces, or if they're going to go for a splash move like Jimmy Butler or Brandon Ingram. I don't know how the numbers will work, obviously, because DeAnthony Melton was making $12 million a year. So if they were going to get one of those big guys, he would have to be in it. Obviously, he's not going to be on the Warriors anymore. So I don't know how the numbers will work, but this move tells me that they're now in a win-now situation. Dennis Schroder is on his last year's contract, expiring contract. So it's kind of a win-now move. Like I said, it doesn't move the needle for me at all, but it helps the Warriors in scoring, in production. I think it takes the load off of Curry a little bit. I think if they get a few more pieces, we can start talking about second round Western Conference Finals type of team, right? But I think this was a very good pickup for the Warriors, adding production, scoring, obviously Podziemski hasn't been that good for them. Kuminga has been good for them. Moses Moody doesn't play that much. Not sure why. But adding someone like him coming, probably going to start with Curry, right? Averaging 18 points, shooting 38 behind the arc, having one of his best years. I really like this move from the Warriors, guys. I kind of expect Steve Kerr to kind of stagger their minutes between Curry and Schroder for the simple fact that Schroder can run an offense himself, right? We've seen it with the Brooklyn Nets. We've seen it with the Lakers. We've seen it with the Atlanta Hawks. Every stop he's been to, guys, he has proven that he could run an offense. And not only that, for Dennis Schroder to be 6'2 or 6'3, whatever he is, to be a small guard in this day and age, he can still play defense. He's still a pesty defensive guy, and he can still play very good defense on the defensive end. So adding someone like that next to Curry is gonna be kind of decent in my opinion. But like I said, guys, it doesn't move the needle for me. But I think the Warriors are in kind of win now mode, obviously with Curry kind of getting in the latest stages of his career. But this move right here makes it seem like they're going to go get another piece, whether it be before the trade deadline, at the trade deadline. I think this team could still be kind of good. I think Dennis Schroder is a good piece to the Warriors. I think it's going to look somewhat very good, obviously, with Curry on the bench and Dennis Schroder running the offense. Guys, I like this for both sides. I would give both sides, honestly, an A or a B+. Nets got an expiring contract. They got 3 second-round picks to a team that's going to be tanking here pretty soon. Warriors got a point guard that can run the offense when Curry's not on the floor. And they got a second-round pick in 2026. I think both of these... You know what? I'm going to give it an A for both teams. I think the Warriors and the Nets both won this trade. But, guys, let me know what you guys think. I know it's a kind of late video. The trade happened 4 or 5 days ago. But, guys, trade season is here. And like I said before, it is one of my favorite times of the NBA season. But guys, let me know what you think. If you guys watched my other video with Jimmy Butler trade packages, I really appreciate that. I think it's up to like 200 views. I've gained like 13 subscribers the past week, guys. I really do appreciate it. And as always, guys, if you guys want to like, comment, subscribe, it's up to you. But thank you guys so much. But it's been your boy. Peace.